Hello everybody. I'm in the right place. Hi any Patreons or channel members watching this on the replay. Thank you so much for your continued support. It means the world to me. It means I can do this and not have to have a rubbish job where I can't promote veganism. I just realised I haven't put the lights on, the studio lights. Hang on, talk amongst yourselves for a second. How's that? That's what I get for starting without Gemma. Right, I seem to be in focus now. That's a benefit. Okay, who's in the house? Vegemite Codbod, he's here. Hang on, I'm looking at the wrong screen. This will be easier. Come on, little mousy, mousy. Palmo Dorino, Angharad. She is so happy to be here, resting with her ma'am. I love that. Do follow Angharad. She's an amazing YouTuber. Also, our good friend Richard, he's here. How you doing, brother? I'm doing good. And Jason, 1 man, 1 year, 150. Follow him on the gram. Grumpy Vegan Grandad. I'm led to believe that he's one of them there vegan YouTubers. So do check him out as well. Good to see you, my friend. Who are you? I'm making chana masala or chickpea curry. Lovely. An Indian near mine, Namaste Village, they do a cracking chana masala with no oil. Hang on a minute, I've just realised that there's one light on which shouldn't be on. Hang on. We'll get it right in a minute. Okay, how's that? Not as good. We'll just roll with it. Robert Pacino's up in here. Good to see you. Jason, today is officially 1 full year of lifting weights for me. Nice, 10 months without a rest day. Nice. Let's give Jason a round of applause. He's doing amazing. How's your documentary coming along? I want to see it. GVG. Hi, Hench. Early question. I've been put on antibiotics for a week. How do I repair my gut microbiome after? You just eat healthily. Just whacking those whole plant foods with their soluble fibre, resistant starch and polyphenols. I would avoid tap water with the chloride, which is there to kill bacteria. You know, rinse your crockery and cutlery well because there's antibacterials in dish soap. Alcohol, of course, kills good bacteria. It may be beneficial to add in some fermented foods for a time. So like sauerkraut, like to make sure that they're raw, like unpasteurized, because heating kills bacteria. I mean, like a really amazing quality, like probiotic supplement may do something if, like most of them are, I don't know, about 5 billion count. Like 5 billion bacteria per capsule, which sounds like a lot, but it's nothing. And I've heard in order to make a real clinical difference, you would need like hundreds of billions, up to trillions per serving. So they're so expensive. So if you're feeling particularly flush at the minute, and you have access to real amazing like quality ones, that might be worth considering. But to be honest, you know, they have so few strains in them. Like maybe one of the better ones will have up to about 8 different strains. Well, we want hundreds of different strains, and I understand like the best sort of fermented foods, you know, like a sauerkraut may have up to almost like 700 different strains. I mean, they won't be in such high volumes, but yes, I wouldn't worry too much about a probiotic supplement as such. But yeah, fermented foods may be worth adding for a time, and sleep right, exercise, you know, all the healthy lifestyle habits, and if you can get your body in tune with the circadian rhythm as well, these will really benefit our gut bugs. Vegan something's in the house, anyway, but good luck with that, GVG. Vegan Min Cat's up in here. He's been helping me with my technical issues. As always, he's a lovely man. Mark Veganism's in here. Go Vegan Jackson. He's here. Science and Violence. Aidan Duarte. What's good? How you doing, brother? Where in the world are you from, and how's the vegan scene there, and how are you getting on? Chemical Brothers. Chris Grant's here. Plant-based fits. There's all the regulars, all the awesome people are here. And Cherie Henderson is here. Minkat's lovely wife. Oh God, it's jumped. Gemma's joining in. She's on the bus. Aidan, you and Vegan Gains are the best vegan channels on YouTube when it comes to what really matters. Thank you, brother. That is really kind of you to say. Just looking for questions. Plant-based fits. What does the little wrench beside your name mean? That's channel moderators. So they have the power to like silence ne'er-do-wells and also like kick them out completely if they're really naughty trolls. Stacey Langley's up in here. Oh, super chat. Sean Mons, you lovely man, kindly donated $5 US. What made you go vegan? Mine was after my girlfriend hit a groundhog and decided to go vegan. Then I joined in to be a good boyfriend and support her. Actually, helped. Oh, thank you, brother. Oh, that's really awesome that you did that. The only way I know groundhogs is from Groundhog Day, and I can't even remember. They didn't really feature that prominently, did they? I just think of a day repeating itself when I hear groundhog. They're a little sort of mammal, aren't they? What made me go vegan? It was Gemma going vegan. So, well, Whole Foods plant-based specifically for her health. And she got amazing health benefits. And, you know, she was researching like nutrition and health. And I was eating the most animal product heavy diet. And she was just looking at all this data and she looked at me really scared and said, you need to change. Then I read the data and then I looked really scared and I thought I needed to change. And I went, by way of calories, I went like 98% whole foods plant-based straight off the bat. I kept in a small amount of dead cow flesh and dead fish flesh because I thought we have been eating animals historically. Maybe there's something in there that we do need to get from animals. But, you know, I just kept researching. I lost the taste for animal products and I just thought, why am I choking this down? I don't even want it anyway. And never looked back. And yeah, my health, my fitness, like all, I just thrived. Really, really thrived. Right. I'll just go back a little ways. If I miss your comment or question, do pop it back in the chat. Plant-based powers in the house. Good old Lolly. All the regs. Plant-based fits. Hench, how long have you been vegan? 9 years. 9 years. Brilliant Tinette. Eva, are you liberal or conservative? No, I'm not. That is a false dichotomy. That is a false dichotomy. I have no real interest in fixed thinking. I'm not really at all into politics, but you know, on like separate matters, I will weigh up like what's the best option based on the individual circumstance, not like a preset of, oh, if you're this way, you believe this, if you're that way, you believe that, and like, don't try and do something in between because that's mental. Don't try and strike a balance, whatever you do. Chris Grrr is in the house. Grrr. Chris Grant, hey Hench, did you go ahead with the vegan protein donuts? I sent you a Facebook message. Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, I don't check messages on Facebook or Instagram because I just get so many. I physically can't look at them all. But thank you. Yeah, so I got the votes were 87% in favour. So what happened, guys, is a protein donut company approached me and said, oh, they got some vegan ones on the go. do I want to collaborate? And they'll do like a Hench Herbivore one. And I thought, well, that's kind of contrary to my whole food sort of teachings. However, I am a bodybuilder. I do use a little processed protein products myself. Not that I would eat a protein donut. I'm talking more like seitan and TVP or something like that, protein powders. But, you know, that's not my only mandate. The other thing is I want to help people go vegan. And some people will want protein donuts and they'll need a vegan version in order to persuade them to go over. But I thought I'll put it to my audience so that I don't want to hurt my brand, if you know what I mean. But yeah, 87% of people said go for it. So I messaged them today actually, and we've set up a Zoom call for Monday morning and we're going to discuss it. So yeah, protein donuts, a go-go. Aiden, I'm 18 from California. Been vegan for 3 years now, doing amateur kickboxing. This also tutoring in my life. You're being highly pretended vegan. Thank you, so I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. And I appreciate you. And we need more, for want of a better phrase, because, you know, there's a load of old toxic nonsense oftentimes, but just real, you know, red-blooded males. I want to be careful how I pick my words, but sort of alpha types, I suppose, just to lead the way, because most males a lot of them are beta types and they just need a good kick up the ass. They're too insecure to go vegan because they're scared of criticism or ridicule or attack. So we have to show them the way. False music, is Gemma off buying chocolate? If she is, I'm gonna throw it in the bin and then fish it out of the bin and then stamp on it outside like I did recently. Have you been checking out my reels on Instagram? Please follow me on the gram, hench_herbivore. Those reels are making the channel like blow up a little bit. How many of you guys are trying to grow Instagram? And are you all doing the reels yet? Because they're really getting pushed in the algorithm. So that's where you want to be sort of putting your efforts currently. Double down on reels. Looking for questions. Looking for little old questions. Silence is violence. Where's Gemma and Cowboy? Gemma is on a bus. She should be here in about 10 minutes. In fact, she's probably getting on her bicycle right now in the city centre to come home. Cowboy is just here. There he is. He's good, isn't he? Cowboy, do you want to come on this camera? Do you want to come on? He said no. Never work with children or animals. Oliver Brint, hey Paul, do you happen to know any good vegan skincare products? The only thing I've really used is Honest Hemp's CBD body butter. I quite like that. I sometimes get a little bit of beard druff and I kind of use that. And if I shave my head as well, I sometimes just use it to kind of moisturize, and I find that very, very good. But other than that, I couldn't really advise you. 30% off your first order, code HENCH30, link down below if you want to try it. Hello Smith, any tips for starting a business in vegan fitness / nutrition? Yeah, get yourself a good social media following. Set yourself up. Ideally, I think it's good to have a short form platform and more long form. So for me, that's YouTube and Instagram. Other platforms are available. Of course, TikTok's kind of blowing up now. LinkedIn can be very good. You might like to leverage those two instead of the two I just said. But yeah, build yourself a following. And now the main thing you want to do is give out all your best advice for free, which sounds really, really counterintuitive, but it's the way I went about it. And once people see that you know what you're on about and you kind of prove your worth, and, you know, people can see that you know your stuff. When they want bespoke help, you know, plans or a PT, you know, nutrition advice, you know, you'll have built up such a good name for yourself that yeah, people will come to you. That's what happened for me. But because the social media side of it got so big, I actually in the end switched to just doing the social media thing because that became more lucrative. But yeah, any business really, or most businesses, it's really about social media marketing, I believe. Oh, here's the little lady. She's back early. Yeah, that is my best advice. Mark, veganism. Who was your favourite fake vegan before you found out they were fraudsters? I used to like vegan cheetah. I suppose I quite liked what John Venus was doing like early on in the game. Yeah, I suppose I'd have to say him. The high giant is in the house. Yo, yo, yo. What's the weather like up there? Where in the world are you, the high giant, and how's the vegan scene where you are? Richard Benham's in the house. Lolly, any tips for heartburn, Hench? Never ever had it knifed till recently. No huge size change. I think I just wonder if you can suggest possible cause or way to help. Thank you. Yeah, the only times I ever suffered with that is when I was eating a lot of animal products, and caffeine does it to me as well. So, and it's just ceasing those things is what did it for me. I can't really, yeah, I can't really advise any further than that. It's just normally a nutrition thing. But yeah, if you've not made any changes, I suppose all I can really say is if you're not eating the best, maybe like look at tweaking that up a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know. Eating late as well. Try to eat within sort of 2 or 3 hours of going to bed, and no sort of sooner than that, ideally. Shane, will you be posting any more budget bodybuilder meals? I really enjoyed how you showed how sweet it was. Plus the exact amount of nutrients. I will do, yeah. I mean, that didn't get a whole lot of love, that video, but yeah, if you want them, I will make them. Who's this then?
Hi everyone.
Here she is.
Where do I go? Hello. I'm so cold.
False Music was asking if you're out buying chocolate bars.
No way.
Again.
How dare you? No way. You noisy. It's so cold, Heather.
False Music, does anyone else not really enjoy eating nuts? Nibble nobbies, nuts, nobby. I'll force myself to down some walnuts for omega-3, but I don't really like eating any of them. Well, you know, you don't have to. You could eat ground flax, ground chia, hemp hearts. Yeah, but I like me some nuts. I eat more seeds than nuts, though. Oh, I just jumped. Oh, god damn. And not in a good way. Dragon Fist, do you think government is useless? I wouldn't say it's useless, but I will say it's highly, highly corrupt. You know, if we didn't have any law and order, everyone would be out like killing everyone. So, you know, we do need some kind of system, I guess. But it's just a shame that the ruling classes like to try and keep it all between themselves, and just your average Joe doesn't have any real sway. You know, they kind of make it look as though it's democratic and you get to vote for, but you just get to vote for like posh idiots who are mostly self-serving and don't really care about the guy in the street. There was that one prime minister, wasn't there? Was he in Yugoslavia or somewhere? And he like drove a Skoda or a Lada or something, and he really looked like a sort of pauper. And he said like he don't want it any better than his people, and why should he? And I guess what I really think is the sort of people who seek power and not the sort of people who should probably be given power. So that's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? Fast music's making me laugh. Andy Golf's it. Hey Hench, one of your amazing recent videos, you added bladder wrap to your smoothie. How much of it do you use a day? Please in grams or spoon measures. Great for iodine and C phytonutrients. I'm sorry to say, Andy, I just grabbed a bit and whack it in. I've got no idea what is the RDA. I guess I could have Googled it, but I didn't. So whether anyone else wants to and just find that out. So we're looking for 150 micrograms at minimum, ideally. I imagine I did about 2 teaspoons worth, roughly. At a guess, but yeah, I didn't measure it. I just hoped. Dragon Fist, how do you fix a broken body clock? I cannot get to sleep when I should. I stay up to like 3 or 4 a.m. So there's a lot of things to sleep hygiene. I say set an alarm and make sure you get up when the sun's up. Ideally, that's the time you should be getting up, is when the sun's coming up. So set an alarm for that time, make yourself get up, get outside and get the sunlight in your eyes, specifically the blue wavelength light. That is what starts your circadian rhythm for the next night. If you have trouble like waking up, you might like to do a Wim Hof like cold shower, or if you've got a lake or river nearby, get in there. That'll wake you up. And try not to sleep during the day. Like keep yourself awake. And then, you know, as the sun goes down, that's around the time, depending on where you live in the world, of course, there's a bit of variation, but roughly as the sun's going down, that's generally around the time we ought to be going to bed. And so within like 2 or preferably 3 hours before bed, you don't want blue wavelength light getting into your eyes. Ideally, get off all your devices completely, like read a book or something. That helps set you up for sleep. And certainly like the stimulation of like seeking, you know, that kind of activates your sort of brainwaves to keep you elevated, to keep you up. So I think reading would be the best strategy. Make sure your room is dark and cool. Make sure, you know, if it's going to be noisy, get some earplugs. You know, just all the usual sleep hygiene stuff. But number one, first thing in the morning, get outside, get the sun into your eyes, because that's what starts your circadian rhythm. Don't eat within about 3 hours of bed either. And you may try supplements. Oh God, the top's not even on. I don't think I had my CBD, did I? What happened? I was late coming on. I don't think I've had my CBD. So I'm taking this now to help me get to sleep in 3.5 hours. Boom. CBD, melatonin as well. You could use that temporarily, perhaps. You don't want to go too mad on that. Maybe 3 to 6 grams. Yeah, that's the sort of things I would be doing. Cowboy is such a good person. He certainly is. Science is violence. What razor do you use? Because a lot of them are tested on animals. I think I've got a Mach 3. We did try some other like real sustainable ones, but they just didn't blinking work. Ledu's in the house. He's been following us for a while. Just released a vegan music video. Appreciate if you could check it. I'll see if I get time later on. I shall have a listen. Thank you. Anchor ads. We are trying to grow our Instagrams. I started doing reels yesterday and reached 1,500 Instagram followers. That's huge. Well done, you. Very good. Sean Mons, why did going vegan boost my test numbers up by like a lot? I don't know. It depends on. I mean, when we say going vegan, like all we're really saying is what we're not eating and not what we are eating. So perhaps you ate a more nutritious diet could be one thing. However, if you ate a rubbish vegan diet, you know that wouldn't be that. So it's hard to quantify. But oftentimes, a vegan diet has tested to be to certainly have higher, at least total testosterone than a non-vegan one. But of course, there's vegan diets and vegan diets, so it's not really saying a lot. Who are you? Any suggestions for wrist pain? I lift regularly and use wraps, but I have to be really careful with my wrist and avoid certain exercises. Anything else I could do? Am I just F? If your nutrition is not on point, that could be the cause of it. You could be in a pro-inflammatory state. So the more whole plant foods you can eat and the less non-whole food plants you eat, the better. You want to balance your omega-3 and 6 as well. That's very important. If that is not enough to do it, you could add in CBD oil, link below. 30% off code Hench CBD30. Give it, yeah. And perhaps do some strengthening exercises, some wrist curls, reverse wrist curls and normal wrist curls. You could do lever bar work where you have a weight at just one end of a dumbbell. You can do rotations, you can do forwards, or you can do back like lever work. That can help to just strengthen the whole area. Of course, like some stretching and stuff as well. Did I just say struff? Great word. Dragonfish, do you think people should be supported through charity instead of welfare? I don't know, I'm more of a vegan thinker. Since they need to take money from people like you, give it to them. It's not voluntary. I think voluntary is better. Well, voluntary is all right if people are volunteering to do it, I suppose. Richard Benham, did you get any stranger looks in the supermarket when you were filming the PT from Hell's sketch? Not that I noticed, but I don't really look. I don't really worry about it anymore. I remember when I first started vlogging in the streets, I was so awkward and self-conscious and I hated it. But now I don't even really notice, to be honest. I imagine we probably got one or two, didn't we? Yeah, that was a fun sketch. Where are we? Here we go. Looking for questions. Stacey Langley, would I be overdoing my vitamin D if I use the Vivo Life Thrive and spend time out in the sun during the summer? No, because if you have adequate vitamin D, your body will stop making it. It's very clever. So that's all good. You can carry on with that awesome supplement. Dragonfist, hypothetical question. If you were to buy a steak, but the next day the whole world went vegan forever, would you buy the steak? Well, it's not going to happen, is it? So, yeah. Eat plants. When do you think you may visit the United States? I reckon maybe later this year, if not potentially, probably next year. I've just got a feeling, and I think it will likely be Florida, what it is where I visit, among hopefully other places. Chaff Machine, what is your favourite cruciferous vegetable? Kalettes. It's a cross between kale and Brussels sprouts. It's really delicious. Anyone tried them? Chris Guerrera. How much is too much nutritional yeast? I don't think there's any such thing. I don't know. I don't know that any science has been done. Of course, you can have too much of a good thing. Even water will kill you at a high enough dose. But I doubt whether anyone's done the science on the toxic level of nutritional yeast. A, because there's no money in it, and B, because you'll kill people. Jen Bowes in the house from Nottinghamshire. How you doing, my lovely? Thanks for joining. Race lever. You don't trust Gemma with the old school super sharp straight blade for the head shape. Oh, the old cutthroat. No, I don't. I don't even like it coming near my eyebrows with scissors. VegMet Cod Bod. Gemma should be with us shortly. Gem, yeah. Will you be with us shortly? Yeah. She'll be with us shortly. It's jumped. Chris Grant, how do you like to train abs? I don't really train them, to be honest. They're sort of pretty good. I have done so. You know, I've done quite a lot of work previously. I typically start with transverse abdominis exercises like planks, rollouts, that sort of thing. Then I'll train lower abs, so like hanging leg raises and the like. And I'll train upper abs, so like an incline crunch, something like that. But I don't really train them now. And they're pretty big and sort of deep. It's really a function of how lean I am as to whether you can see them or not. Well, hi.
Hang on. Turn on my microphone.
Microphone check. Microphone checker. Microphone checker. 1, 2.
Hello.
Record.
Can you hear me? Hello. Sorry I'm so late. And then I haven't been able to eat for the last 5 hours because I was having a scan. I couldn't eat before. So just so hungry, so I've just quickly put on some pasta.
I'm just having a drink. Hang on.
Well, how is everyone? Oh, do you like my hoodie? My new hoodie. What's their name again on Instagram?
Veegs Clothing.
Veegz.
Yeah.
Veegs Clothing. Yeah. Love it.
They're great people.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? What have you all been up to and all that good stuff? Oh, it's so cold out there. I didn't expect it to be that cold. My hands were freezing.
Jeebus Christ, Blair.
Nice to be home.
It's nice to have you home. Right, looking for questions.
Cowboy.
Chris Brooks is in the house. Thanks for joining, brother.
Yeah, cowboy.
Richard, what is your view on L-citrulline? I've been doing some reading on them. It seems like it could be a pretty good pre-workout option. But I'd never really rated them, to be honest. You know, I've tried every bodybuilding supplement under the sun, and what I would really say is like the naughty ones work extremely well, but they'll kill you, so don't do them. And then the other ones, creatine works well for about 70% of people. 30% of people are non-responders. If you take it and you don't notice a bump up in your weight in the first couple of weeks, then you're a non-responder. So that's a waste of money. Really, the only other thing I really rate is beetroot juice. Like 2 to 3 hours pre-workout, 140 to 200 mils, depending on your size. And I found that to be hugely beneficial in terms of pump, vasodilation, stamina. But as for all the other like over-the-counter, and maybe caffeine as well. I won't remember now, but it does about 6 different things to benefit your workout. So it's known as the most effective legal bodybuilding supplement. But I got too mad on it and ended up doing myself more harm than good. So I've sort of sworn off it now. But if you can just use a little bit as like a pre-workout, like you may, it's focus, drive, endurance, pain mitigation. Oh, I remembered 4 things out of the 6.
Nice. And is it the members only stream soon? What day of the week is it today? Friday? Next Wednesday. It just came to my mind, so I thought I'd just tell you all. Next Wednesday is the members only stream. So if you're a channel member or a Patreon, then you can come and hang out in a more intimate hangout.
A more intimate setting.
Yeah.
But yeah, as with anything, I guess you just got to try it for yourself, and maybe it will work well for you. Minkat's saying that he can't hear you, it's just music playing.
Oh, well.
That old chestnut.
I guess I deserved that, didn't I?
Vegan Gosling's in the house. Where are you both? It looks very cold in the background. Yeah, we're in Norwich, but it's been quite icy.
You didn't see me cycling behind on my way home?
And mountains have sprouted. Doyle Churchill, favourite low-calorie, high-protein meal?
Tempeh anything.
I don't eat any low-calorie, high-protein meals. I don't think there's any that are healthful. Even on a cut, I eat like 3,000 odd calories. So I guess you're trying to say like higher protein, sort of slanted meals. So, I would eat something like a plate of loads of veggies, a little grains, a little legumes, and then maybe something like seitan, which is mostly just protein. Like a bit of seitan on there, that would probably fit the bill for what you're kind of axing.
Been making loads of
not
seitan.
how I roll.
Loads of seitan things lately, like pepperoni sausage, ribs. We mostly like cook it up with some flavourings, and then you put barbecue sauce on it or whatever, don't you?
Yeah, we love that barbecue sauce. That's not a whole food, but it's bloody tasty.
Is it the little bit of sugar or sauce or whatever that helps the medicine go down? Is
It
that
literally
what is?
Science is Violence. How old is Cowboy? Mine turns 4 this month. About 9, did we think?
That's how long we've been vegan. So.
So we had her before we went vegan.
10, yeah, I think
11
so.
years?
Is she really? Oh my god.
10 or 11ish?
Yeah, no, I think she might be 10, yeah. She didn't seem it, does she? Still seems like a kitten to me, in her actions and noises.
The classic Jaguar. Is 5,000 IE, I'm going to guess that you meant to say IU, international units, of vitamin D too much? It depends. What are your requirements? So your average adult is looking at around 2,000 IUs per day to be optimal. Like a larger, like a strength or physique athlete, maybe up to around double that. 5,000 is likely going to be too much for pretty much everyone,
What about
I would
older
have
people?
thought.
Like over 50 or 60 or 70?
I don't think age comes into it. Ethnicity does. ethnicity does, but I guess that's only, well, no, that's only in terms of if you need to supplement though in the first place, because of course darker skinned people don't absorb so much, what's that called? Ultra UVB. So, but ideally we dose by blood tests and not by random numbers, to be sure. I hope that helps.
Doctor would typically be okay with doing a test, wouldn't they? Especially if you say you're vegan. Oh, I've been vegan for a while, and could you? I'm not feeling. If you say I'm not feeling so great, I've been vegan for a year or whatever. Oh yeah, we'll test your B12 and your blah blah blah.
Chris Brooks, can you talk about your drinking routine? I know you have it in between meals, but how soon after? When do you stop drinking before eating? I typically eat now like 3 times per day. My breakfast may be a huge shake, like a huge smoothie with like 1.5, 2 litres of, 750 mils to 1,000 mils of water. So sometimes liquids do come with my meals. Often I have a lot of fresh fruit with meals as well, which is obviously very water rich. Typically though, I try to have fluids between meals, and I really go by how full I feel. At a meal, I'll stuff myself absolutely full. So it's at least an hour, possibly a bit longer before I want to drink again. And I'll typically have like 500 mils of like water or an herbal tea or something. And then every sort of hour or two, I'll kind of have another one. And then, yeah, typically not within like an hour of eating, ideally. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I think I do about 4 litres of fluids, probably. That's not including what's in my food. Doyle Churchill, what's your opinion of ashwagandha extract? I've used it. I feel like it made me feel really well, but it's so hard to quantify because my nutrition is so on point, and you know, it can just be like placebo or whatever. So I don't really know, if I'm honest. I don't really know. I've not been to a point where I felt rubbish and then added that in and all of a sudden felt great just with that. So, but I do typically feel blinking amazing, but sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. So it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. There's so many confounding variables. Homo, is Gemma doing a guided meditation next Wednesday? I love those. Gemma?
Yeah, I can do.
She can do.
If you want it.
He wants it.
If you want it, I'll do it.
If you want it, she'll give it ya.
Yeah, if you wish for it, that's what I'll do.
You're a good person.
Just whip myself up some grub and just show you before you all ask what it is. Oh, you can't see the green things. Oh, kale and green beans, it'll see through.
You ain't got no greens in there.
Pasta, corn, tomato sauce I just made for myself. Courgettes, nooch, obviously.
False music. Do you guys like matcha? I have the whole matcha set I got as a gift. I can't be bothered to make it the traditional way. Yeah, we do both like it.
Yeah, I find like coffee gives me a huge spike and a crash and the jitters. Like I'm so sensitive to it. But I can have a tiny bit of matcha, and I don't get that spike. Yeah, so I'm a fan of it actually. I was having like green tea, but what do you say? Green tea is like steaming some kale, throwing away the kale and drinking the water. That's it. And matcha's like eating the kale and having the water.
Yeah, matcha is fan-freaking-tastic. Toby Gosling had a vegan doner kebab the other night. Naughty bit. Oh, god damn, it was incredible. I've been thinking of making one of those with seitan, because I think that's a fairly similar texture to what I remember doner meat being. I hate to think of whatever was in those. Yeah, I might give that a go. What did you put in yours, Toby? Looking for questions. Dragonfist, why did you eat starfruit? But previously you made a video where eating any amount is extremely damaging. I don't think you watched my video properly. It's not any amount. It's the dose that makes the poison and could easily kill you. I think you need to re-watch my video.
How much would be bad?
Oh, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. And in fact, I ate about 3 or 4 when I was a lad, and it did sort of make me feel really unwell. Basically, I've been eating about 3 like half-centimetre slices. Like, that's not going to hurt you. And that is not what I said in the video. How dare you! Science is Violence. What do you think of Wim Hof? I think he's freaking fantastic. He's a modern day, he's like a yogi, isn't he? He's like a yogi. You know, all those breathing methods and the cold therapy and whatever, you know, it's not anything he's invented. It's like ancient kind of yogic practices. And, but he's bringing them to the West's attention more than anyone else ever has. So we love his work, don't we? We do the cold showers, we do the breath work every day.
Love cold showers.
Meditation. Yeah, he's fantastic. I think he is a beautiful soul, and he's acting out of love, and he just cares about everyone. And I think he's great. We need more people like that. Richard Porter, you madman. He's very generously donated 20 UK bucks. That is so generous. We'll attempt to pay for you guys. Combat tickets via Super Chats. Thank you, brother. We really, really appreciate it. Things are starting to turn around now for us. We had like 2 or 3 months of pretty poor finances with one thing or another. Like YouTube's reach now is getting really limited, so we're not getting the video views. But it's starting to turn around now. We've put our books at half price, and they're starting to sell well again. But that £20 is really useful and really helps. And yeah, we've not got our ticket for Camp Out yet, so that really will help. So thank you, you lovely man. What a guy.
Oh, it would be great to go to the Camp Out after all this time of such a lack of connection, and then to connect with so many like-minded people in one go. I think this is going to be overwhelming for me. I won't be able to contain myself.
Yeah. Right, I'll go back a little ways. If I miss your comment or question, do pop it back in the chat.
I'm not able to answer if anyone's speaking to me, just FYI, because I don't have my laptop.
Brilliant. Paul, Gemma, do you use Tulsi and Moringa? I think I've had Tulsi tea before. Moringa, probably had that in something, but not regularly, and nor do you?
No.
Angharad, and then Mum love matcha. That is good, healthy stuff. Kid Genius, Hench, I've heard you say that tap water is not necessarily good to drink. Does a Brita filter help? So specifically, it's the chloride that it does the harm. It kills all good gut bugs. And I imagine a Brita filter probably doesn't take out chloride. It's such a small molecule, you usually need specific filters to do that job. So that's the important thing. The reality of things. What meats did you guys eat the most before you sort of like went vegan? Being a bodybuilder, chicken, because it's sort of a bit leaner. Don't like to think about it really. Do you want to think about it, or are you going to answer?
I never really liked meat that much.
You were more of a salmon one, weren't you?
Yeah, I did eat more fish, yeah.
More dead fish.
Yes. Yeah, it's just on and off through my life. I had phases of just really not enjoying eating animals. Then I'd go back to eating it a bit more again. Yeah, it's nice to not eat animals anymore. For obviously many reasons, but also just because I never really enjoyed it that much, to eat.
Toby Gosling, I bought it from What the Pitter. That is in Shoreditch in Box Park, isn't it? We've been there. I think it was Satan. They're on the gram. Good stuff. Yeah, I really want to give that a go.
I hope Happy Mac, you're at the Camp Out again. My favourite.
And what the pitta. Silence is violence. Have you meditated in the mountains behind you? I was doing it only this morning. Thomas Hardy, how can anyone reach the point of enjoying a cold shower? Well, I did it one day for like a couple of minutes and it was like really horrible. And then the next day I did it and my body had already reset and that was my new norm. And it didn't really bother me. And now if I was not to have it, I would miss it. It really like wakes me up. It makes me feel alive. And you feel the same way, don't you?
Yeah, I used to feel the same way as you. I thought I'd never want to have a cold shower. Like, I couldn't get that. I liked hot baths, like really hot baths. And learn about the health benefits. I just thought, okay, I've got to give it a go. And I took longer to get into it than he did. So the first time I had warm shower, put it cold for like 10 seconds at the end and thought, oh, this is horrible. And every day tried to up it a little. And it wasn't until I'd been doing it for probably a few weeks or not that long. And I got to this sweet spot where I stayed in just long enough that something happens in your body and then you adjust and it doesn't feel cold anymore. And it's like, I think you get like a rush of endorphins or something to deal with the, let's say pain. It's not painful, but the uncomfortableness of it. And I just felt so alive and felt so happy and like I was laughing and crying in the shower and I just felt so good. I don't feel that way every time now that I have a cold shower, but some days, I don't know, just some sweet spot that something happens to me and I just feel so good. But from the beginning, I did feel like invigorated when I got out. So I'd get out and feel like I'd had a coffee and it would be first thing in the morning and I'd be wide awake when normally it takes me an hour or two to sort of come round quite often. I just become addicted to it just because of how much it wakes me up. And it's like you can't continue feeling whatever you're feeling. Say if like I'm feeling a bit depressed or anxious or whatever, that cold water hits you, you're no longer in that. It just takes you out of it. And it's not like when you meditate and you're trying to, say, be the observer self and observe your pain so you're not your pain. Like, this forces you out of it. Like, you have no choice. You don't have to concentrate or try. Like, you are, just thinking about the cold. Like, it just takes you away from it, doesn't it? Anything you're feeling. And
so many people I know find it such a good cure for depression. They love it.
I can see that, yeah.
So yeah, from my perspective, I can't see how anyone can not. Well, I can see how they cannot wanted it because it's bloody scary.
Yeah. We hated it at first, and we were kind of like scared of it, like to get in, and I'd stand there for ages, waiting to turn the knob, and I couldn't do it, and I'd try and think of an excuse to not do it that day,
Now I'm really kicking myself for not having done it all my life.
Yeah, I love it now. Not the cold so much, but the way it makes me feel when I've done it.
Right. Lolly, what would you consider doing a what I eat in a week vid? Gemma, I'd be interested.
Not really, not at this stage, because I've got something wrong with my gallbladder or my spleen. I've been trying to figure it out for like the last year, and it's making my digestion not so great. So I'm on this low FODMAP diet in order to alleviate the pain that I was getting, the tummy pain. And Simon's been helping me. I went and had an MRI today, so hopefully that's going to see if I've got gallstones or anything going on. So yeah, my food is like more restrictive. I can't really eat like fat without being in pain, and I figured out what I can eat and be okay, but it's like it's not as varied as I'd like. So I just feel like if I showed what I eat, it'd be really repetitive and boring. So wouldn't be a good time for it. But hope to get that sorted out real soon. Get back onto eating a lot more varied
Maybe
food.
you could do some reels.
Yeah, I could do some reels. Yeah, I like your little ones of what you eat in a day. I would do that. Yeah, but not yet, because it would just do the same old thing. I'd be boring. Yeah.
Dragonfist, who knows more about nutrition, you or Gaiji Man? Well, given the fact that I don't know what he knows about nutrition, I can't tell you. I would say he definitely knows a lot more about how the body works than me, however. So I would say he's probably the superior nutritionist. Kid Genius, what water do you drink? Tap water, but we filter it through a Berkey filter. Looking for questions. Thomas Hardy, who went vegan first? Well, Whole Foods plant-based, then me, and then we both sort of went vegan at the same time-ish, I would say. Mooncat's saying that a Brita does remove some chloride.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I've not heard that before. Thomas Hardy is going to go for it with the cold shower tomorrow. That is awesome.
Yay! Let us know how you get on. Come back and tell us.
Yeah, let us know. I reckon within a couple of times of doing it, you'll feel the same as me. It's such a great start to the day. It just gets you going.
Yeah. It really does.
Science is violence. How cold though? What temperature? I don't know what temperature. Just as cold as you can get it, really. It's probably in the low, like, single digits, isn't it? In the winter time, particularly.
It's a good time to...
Pipes do freeze up occasionally, don't they?
Yeah.
Does happen.
It's a good time to start doing it because, you know, the weather's getting a bit warmer. Well, it depends where you live, but for some of us, the weather's getting a bit warmer and it won't be so difficult. And then by the time the winter comes, you'll be so used to it that, like, it won't bother you.
Super chat. Eat Plants very kindly donated 10. Can't speak. 10 US pounds. Jenna Hubba Hubba. Not quite sure what that means, but
What does that mean?
Thank you for a very generous tip. That is really kind of you. No question, just supporting the local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers and saying Hubba Hubba.
That is very kind.
Mooncat's off to feed the skids.
The skids.
Tell them I said hello. Right, I should probably go and do some other stuff. I need to edit a video that I shot earlier today. So we better sign off. Thanks moderators for keeping us troll free. Thanks for the super chats, keeping the beans on our toast.
Where's the door?
And the camera's rolling. If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of this wonderful community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon so you're notified of new videos. Set a reminder for the next stream, which is, what day is it today? Monday?
Yeah, so Friday.
Friday, 6 p.m. GMT.
Members only stream Wednesday.
Members only stream Wednesday. You need to be a patron or a channel member. So it's from as little as $1 to be a patron or £4.99 to be a channel member. You get all the emojis and the little badge next to your name and all that malarkey.
And access to the Discord server where you can chat with us in between streams.
In between streams. Do follow us on the gram. Our @handles are flying above my head right now. We do loads of posts. We get into the reels lately. Short form videos really where it's at. So we're doubling down on those. We've been doing a lot of fun ones. You can see me spying on Gemma in the supermarket, buying a chocolate bar and then telling her off. It's everything. Our cookbooks currently are half price. So check them out if you want to. Link below. And that's about it really, is it? Thanks for hanging out. We love you very much, guys. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. You got anything to add?
Who says that? Those vegan guys?
No, I think that was what's his name? Jerry Springer.
Oh, they say something similar, don't they? Those vegan guys. Anyway.
Be excellent to each other,
That's
as in
it.
like Bill and Ted.
Okay.
You just can't get the staff.